In his book, Numerical Series 4 Psychological Normalization Part 2, Grigori Grabovoi offers number series to restore and improve memory. In this video we have selected for you two most popular methods of concentration. You will choose method that you like. Method 1. Numerical series located after a term or concept can be read, mentally pronounced, or mentally sung in such a way that you perceive the sound of the chant at some distance from your physical body. The melody of the chant can be anything, or you may simply know that a chant is being produced but not perceive any particular melody. The area of your thinking can have different forms of spheroidal structures. It is advisable to perceive the form of your controlling thought, corresponding to the term, somewhere near your physical body and, by an effort of will, move this form, or modify it to obtain the result. You can feel and perceive that any form signifies the result of eternal development. The methods of the psychology of eternal development allow us to obtain events of the attainability of eternal development already in the process of learning the technologies of eternal development. When performing actions with such forms, it is necessary to take into account that they can be used for healing and salvation, if you imagine yourself or a person who needs to be healed or saved next to them. By imagining yourself between the indicated forms, you rejuvenate yourself. The more control forms you can hold in your consciousness during the application of the numerical series of psychological standardization, the faster the rejuvenation. By imagining that the thought forms of eternal development touch another person, you rejuvenate that person. The transition from perceiving oneself to perceiving another in the psychology of eternal development can take a certain amount of time, filled with knowledge of a large amount of information, since with eternal development there is a constant increase in the amount of information about the environment. Therefore, it is necessary to be able to perceive information without stress, having fixated a thought for this. Method 2. Place the numbers of the row above the numbers of the current date and concentrate on 2 rows at once. And at last, the number series for restoring and improving memory. Memory. 3. 1. 9. 0. 6. 1. 9. 8. 8. 1. 8. Cognitive processes. Processes of memorization, organization, preservation, restoration, and forgetting of acquired experience, allowing it to be reused in activities or returned to the sphere of consciousness. Memory connects the subject's past with his present and future and is the most important cognitive function underlying development and learning. Memory. Classification. 1. 9. 8. 8. 4. 1. 8. 6. 1. 4. 0. 2. Is carried out in accordance with the characteristic features of the mnemonic process, which ensures the preservation and restoration of the material previously experienced and perceived by the subject. These features are determined by the corresponding features of mnemonic activity, associated with various mechanisms of memorization, time indicators of retention in safety and characteristics of the stored material. By the nature of the memorized material, we can distinguish visual, auditory, and tactile memory. Memory, a physiological mechanism. 3. 1. 9. 0. 6. 1. 9. 1. 4. 1. 8. Constructs designed to explain memory processes from a physiological perspective. Memory. 3-component model. 0. 6. 1. 9. 8. 8. 1. 8. 9. 1. 4. A concept in which memory structure is represented by 3 components, blocks that work together. A block of sensory registers, where information is stored for no more than a second, almost in full, in the form of modally encoded physical signs of the perceived stimulus complex. 2. A short-term storage block, where the volume of information stored in the verbal acoustic code is small, and the storage duration, about 30 seconds, is determined by pronunciation, recoding and the choice of memorization method. 3. Long-term storage block, where the volume and storage time are not limited, and information is presented in the form of semantic codes. Memory. Volume. 9. 8. 8. 1. 7. 9. 1. 9. 1. 4. 8. a characteristic of the amount of material available for reproduction after some time has passed since its assimilation. Memory, individual difference. 3, 1, 9, 0, 6, 1, 9, 8, 4, 2, 1, 6. A predominant expression in an individual of one or several types of memory, in which material is better remembered and better restored. Memory, disorder. 1, 9, 8, 1, 1, 4, 8, 0, 6. Impairment or loss of the ability to remember, store, recognize, or reproduce information. Particularly common memory disorders are amnesia and hypomnesia. Memory, disorder modal nonspecific. 3, 1, 9, 0, 6, 1, 4, 1, 9, 3, 1, 0, 2. General memory impairments. Manifested in the incomplete preservation of traces of influences of various modalities. Memory, modal specific disorder. 4, 8, 1, 3, 1, 9, 0, 6, 1, 5, 1, 9, 4. Frequent memory disorders that manifest themselves only when storing and reproducing information of a certain modality. They occur when the cortical zones of analyzers are damaged, when the inhibition of memory traces increases due to interfering effects. Disorders of acoustic, auditory-verbal, visual-spatial, and motor memory are distinguished. Memory, system-specific disorder. 3, 1, 9, 0, 6, 1, 9, 4, 4, 1, 3. Memory impairment caused by damage of speech areas of the brain, which makes it impossible to organize memorized information through the semantic system of language. Buffer memory. 6, 1, 9, 8, 9, 8, 1, 8, 4, 8, 7. Short-term memory, in which the storage of information is ensured by the cyclical nature of the information processing process, repetition of memorized information, scanning. Genetic memory. 3, 1, 9, 0, 6, 1, 9, 8, 8, 1, 8, 9, 5. Memory determined by the genotype and passed down through generations. Long-term memory. 3, 1, 9, 0, 4, 1, 9, 8, 1, 8, 1, 8. A memory subsystem that ensures long-term, from hours to decades, retention of knowledge, preservation of skills and abilities. It is characterized by a huge volume of stored information, physiologically associated with a change in the structure of the protein ribonucleic acids. The main mechanism for entering data into long-term memory and their fixation is usually considered to be repetition, implemented at the level of short-term memory. Iconic memory. 1, 8, 9, 8, 4, 8, 3, 9, 4, 6, 1, 1. A sensory copy of information presented to the observer visually for a very short time, up to 100 milliseconds. Which 1. Has a large capacity. 2. Quickly fades away over time, about 0.25 seconds. 3. Works with a sensorics code. 4. Is not consciously controlled. 5. Depends on physical characteristics of the stimulus. Provides transfer of information into a short-term memory. Cognitive memory. 8, 9, 1, 8, 5, 1, 9, 6, 1, 4, 0, 4, 4, 1. The process of retaining knowledge. Knowledge obtained during training is perceived at first as something external to the individual, but then gradually turns into experience and beliefs. Short-term memory. 3, 1, 9, 0, 6, 1, 8, 9, 8, 6, 1, 1, 9. Short-term memory. A memory subsystem that ensures the prompt retention and transformation of data coming from the sense organs and from long-term memory. Physiologically associated with bioelectrical oscillation circuits in the nervous system. A necessary condition for transferring material from sensory memory to short-term memory is paying attention to it. Short-term memory, storage time. 3, 1, 9, 0, 6, 1, 9, 3, 4, 5, 1. Short-term memory storage time. The time interval during which a trace of received information can be restored from short-term memory and used. Short-term memory, volume. 3, 1, 9, 0, 6, 1, 9, 8, 1, 7, 4, 2, 1, 0, 1. Characterizes the maximum number of elements that can be reproduced without errors, immediately or a few seconds after they are presented. Instant memory. 8, 8, 1, 8, 4, 8, 8, 3, 1, 4, 6, 1, 8. Memory intended for very short-term storage of traces of sensory perceptions. As a rule, it functions only during perception. Memory is imaginative. 3, 1, 9, 0, 6, 1, 9, 1, 4, 9, 6, 4, is divided into visual, auditory, and motor memory. Their level of development in an individual is not the same, and this allows us to talk about the predominance of one of these types of memory. Working memory. 3, 1, 9, 0, 6, 1, 4, 8, 8, 1, 2. A type of memory designed to store information for a certain period of time, necessary to perform a certain action or operation. It differs from short-term memory in that it is directly included in the regulation of activity to retain its intermediate results. It involves the perception of objects at the moment of action, short-term retention in memory of the image and the entire situation, as well as their changes. In this case, the memory data coming from perception, in accordance with the task being solved, are supplemented by data stored in long-term memory. Sensory memory. 3, 1, 7, 9, 0, 6, 1, 8, 9, 1, 1, 8. Echoic memory. A hypothetical memory subsystem that ensures the retention for a very short time, usually less than 1 second, of the products of sensory processing of information coming into the sense organs. Depending on the type of stimuli, the following are distinguished. 1. Iconic memory, vision. 2. Echoic memory, hearing, etc. Eidetic memory. 1, 3, 1, 9, 0, 6, 1, 8, 9, 8, 8, 1, 7, 1. A type of visual memory characterized by the ability to clearly, accurately, and in detail, without difficulty, remember and restore visual images of what was seen over a fairly long period of time. Emotional memory. 6, 1, 9, 8, 8, 1, 8, 4, 1, 6, 1. Preservation of experiences and feelings in consciousness. Impressionability and responsiveness are a prerequisite for the development of communicative character traits. Emotional memory is an essential condition for the development of the ability to empathize and compassion. It is the basis of mastery in a number of professions, including that of a teacher and an artist.